Well, hello, level one. How are you doing? I want to make a video for you to show you how to do the first assignment that I posted yesterday. Some of you have already done the assignment, but I want to talk to you about it and make sure that you understand it so that you can turn it in. Okay, so if you didn't notice what I did, I went from stream to classwork. Okay, and then you're just going to click on your name, and you should be able to type in the answers. Okay, so I'm going to uh, go over the activities with you. This one says rewrite each sentence, add the adverb of frequency to each sentence. If you don't know what an adverb of frequency is, it's the words in parentheses here. So always, the opposite of always is never. Usually is kind of up here, right? Rarely down here is like almost never. Okay, you can look these words up on Google Translate. So the person says, I get up at 7 o'clock. I always get up at 7 o'clock. So right between the subject and the verb is the adverb of frequency. Okay, and this is always true if it's not a to be verb. Remember, to be verbs are am, are, is. So I think we'll see some examples a little bit later of to be verbs. Look at this one. It says, I have breakfast at 7:30. Now I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm just going to Control C, copy that, and Control V, paste that. And I'm using the word usually. So just like I always get up, I'm going to say over here, I usually have breakfast at 7:30. Okay? So I'm going to let you figure out the rest of these. Remember, just put that adverb of frequency between the subject and the verb. Okay, down here, it says write sentences about yourself using the following adverbs of frequency: always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, or never. It might be a good idea, by the way. It might be a good idea to look at Google, Uncle Google, as I like to say. You might look at some images just to get this in your mind. Like this one, always, 100%, usually. Here's some other ones: normally, generally, often or often, frequently, sometimes, occasionally, seldom, hardly ever, rarely, or nunca, nada, jamás, never. Okay, so these are all adverbs of frequency. And even here you can see that between the subject and the verb comes the adverb of frequency. Okay? So if you get confused, Google is your Rafiki. I mean your friend. Where was I? Oh boy. I lost my way. Where was I? Oh, I hate when that happens. It wasn't here. It wasn't here. Okay, here. This is where we were, I think. Yes. All right. So look at this one. Eat dinner early. And for the example, it says, I rarely eat dinner early. Now, maybe for you, you always eat dinner early. So you can replace the word rarely with always if you want. Okay. Watch TV. Now, for me, I don't do it all the time. I watch YouTube a lot, but I don't watch TV a lot. So rarely, it's somewhere for me. It's somewhere between rarely and sometimes. It's not never. It's definitely not always. So for me, I'm going to go with, I guess I rarely. how I would say it. That's just me. Okay. But, you might be different. Maybe you have the television on every day. And so you might say, I always watch TV. Maybe you don't own a television. So you might say, I never watch TV. Okay. All right, let's look over here. It says complete the sentences about Wendy with the words on the left. Okay. So try always, Wendy always tries hard. Okay. And so what I want you to do is whatever goes in the blanks, I want you to write over here. And if you want, you can write it over here as well. Okay. But when I grade it, I want to see the answers over here. This is more important to me. So study usually she in the library after class. So remember, she is my subject, right? So I'm going to use my adverb of frequency. Okay. Now, how many people is she? She's one person. So we're going to say she usually studies. Okay. So really, it's she usually studies in the library. Okay. Let's go on down. Complete the sentences about Kathy and Kay with the verbs in parentheses. Please write the verbs in the column on the right. This is a column right here. This is the right, this is the left, this is the right. Okay, Kathy go. We're going to say Kathy goes to work in a hospital. Kay goes to work in a big office. Look at number 2. Both means two. Both Kathy and Kay cars, and they want us to use this word in parentheses. Is it going to be they has or they have? Oh, you're right. I heard you. You said have because why? That's right, because there are 2 people. I can hear you. You're very smart. Okay, let's look at the next one. I wonder if I can move this down. Let's see. Yep. Here we go. Okay. It says complete the negative sentences with the words on the left. Please add the words to the column on the right. So understand not. The person says, I love my husband Lynn, but I don't understand him. So we're just writing don't understand. Let's look at the next one. Want not. He is always tired. He to go out. All right, so how many people is he? He is 1. Okay, so do I say he don't want? You remember? Maybe he don't. We're going to say he doesn't want. Now, do I add an S? Nope, because remember the triangle? Remember do, does, did, base verb. So he doesn't want. He doesn't want to go out. Okay, let's scroll down. Okay, write true sentences with these words. Make the sentences negative where necessary. So if it's necessary, okay, like this one, birds give milk. You don't get milk from birds. You get milk from cows and goats, but not from birds. So we have to make this negative. So we're saying birds don't give milk. Okay, number 2 says fish swim. That's actually true. Fish swim. All right. Or like this one, a chicken. Now this time it's singular. So what do I have to do with come? That's right, add an S. A chicken comes from an egg. I forgot to mention, capital letter, period at the end. Okay, do it right, please. Let's see if I can find a negative one. Plants need water. No, that's true. Penguins live in Italy. I mean, in the zoo, but I think this one's supposed to be negative. So penguins, is that singular or plural? That is plural. More than one. We know that because of the S. So penguins. Okay. What's my D word going to be? Is it going to be doesn't? Don't. Well, here's a little hint up here if you forget. You see this one says birds don't, right? The pronoun for birds is they. I don't say they doesn't. I say they don't. So same down here, right? Penguins don't live in Italy. Okay, okay. All right, let's scroll down a little bit. All right, this one says Penny wants to marry Tim. Her mother asks questions about him. Write questions with do or does. Okay, let's review a little bit. So do, here, do goes with I, do I, do you, do we, or do they, right? If it's two people, right, do John and Mary, right? Do John and I, that would be we. Okay, does goes with he, she, or it, okay? So look at the first one. It says, you love him, right? The right way to ask this is, do you love him? And she says, yes, what? Yes, I do. You know his family? So we're going to say, is it do you or does you? You are right. Do you know his family? Right? And the answer is yes, I do. Remember, this is a conversation between the mother and the daughter. Look at number 3, which I've done for you. It says he have. He have. So remember, with he, it goes with does. So we're going to say, does he, by the way, he is this guy, Tim, does he, base verb, have a good job? Yes, he does. Okay? All right, so I'm going to let you do the rest of these. All right, the next part is matching. This first one says, what instrument does he play? So the appropriate answer to that question is the guitar. Let me do one more with you. It says, who does he play with? So if we have a question with who, we're talking about a person. So we've got in the evenings. I like to go backwards. In Los Angeles, he has 5. The guitar, can't be the guitar because that was already the answer. We said it was a person, right? His brothers. Those are people. And then A says, because he plays in concerts in different towns. It's got to be this one. So all you have to do is write the answer. Easy stuff, right? All right, look at this next one. So there's a reading passage, a very short paragraph. Let me read this to you. It says, Linda lives in Toronto. Why did they have that S? Because it's Linda, one person. She is married to Tom. Tom is an accountant. They have a daughter, Nancy. She is 20 years old and goes to the university. Linda is a nurse. She works in a big hospital. She starts work at 9:30 in the evening and finishes at 6:30 in the morning. She comes home and has breakfast. After breakfast, she usually watches television and goes to bed at about 9 o'clock. By the way, I've done this before for you every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. She gets up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, goes to the store and prepares breakfast. Oh, sorry, prepares dinner. That's funny. Her husband comes home at 7 o'clock. They eat dinner. After dinner, they talk. Aww. Her husband comes home at 7. Wait. Sorry, after dinner they talk. There we go. They also watch television together. Maybe they hold hands. Aww. Then Linda goes to work again. But Linda wants to change her hours of work soon. Okay, so look at what we're doing here. So we're writing questions, and then so over here we have the question, and here's the answer. So here's how we know what the main words in the question are, like where Linda live. We have to use that helping verb, where does Linda live? This is the present tense. This was true yesterday. It's probably true tomorrow. It's again and again and again. Where does Linda live? Okay, notice we use the base verb because of does. Linda lives, that S, Linda lives in Toronto. Okay, let's do one more. What Tom do? We're going to say, what does Tom do? Right? Why did I say does? Because Tom is only one person. If the question is what Tom and Linda do, it would be what do Tom and Linda do? Okay, but this is singular. What does Tom do? Tom What does Tom do? I have to look up here. By the way, when we ask this question, what does someone do? We're talking about what is their job. So if you're talking about me, what do I do? Well, I'm a teacher, right? All right, so what does Tom do? Tom is an accountant. So that would be the best answer. I'm going to cheat a little bit. See if this works. Here we go. It worked. Okay. So look at the next one. How many children they have. We're going to say how many children does or do. Well, it says they, right? They would be two people. Do they. So how many children do they have? And then the answer is going to be they what? Have. They have. I can't remember. She's married to Tom. Tom is gonna. They have a daughter. A daughter. How many is A? One. I don't see anything about a son or a dog or a cat or a chicken. Okay, so how many children do they have? They have one child, or they have a daughter, one daughter. Okay. All right, look down here. Complete the questions with is, are, do, or does. So the first one says, what is the largest animal on land? It's the elephant. Okay, so when I have what we call an adjective, I use be verbs. So what is the largest animal? Okay, but if I have a verb, like a base verb, I'm going to use do or does. So if it's an adjective, I'm going to use is or are. So is singular, one. Are is plural, two or more. Unless I'm talking just to you, only one person. How are you? Or it could be how are you? Okay. Do and does go with base verbs like do you speak English? Do you speak English? Speak is the base verb. If I talk about your mother, does your mother's one person, does your mother speak English? Okay, look at number 2. Where blank it lived. Do you see the word live? Live is a base verb. That says it. It is singular. So over here, I'm going to write the answer, which is does. Okay. And that is, here, let me do one more with you. Number 3 is almost the same. Number 4 is almost the same. How about look at number 5? It says, elephants intelligent. Akili. In Swahili, right? Okay. Inteligente. Okay, so elephants intelligent. Intelligent is my adjective. It's not a base verb, right? It's not something that you do. You don't say, hey, I like to intelligent. No, right? It's something that you are. It's what describe. It's a word for describing someone. So for this one, it says elephants. Is it singular or plural? It is plural. It's more than one, right? Like up here, it was animal. That's singular. We use is, but because of the s there, I'm going to go with are. Are elephants intelligent? Okay. And that is all I've got for you. I hope you enjoy the assignment. Hope you enjoy your time at home. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't hang out with anyone outside your family. Stay home a lot. And if you do go out, stay away from people until the virus is done. All right, we'll see you again.